Hello, Wine Club members. It's Jada here. I'm here with our June featured winery winemakers, Martzia and Taylor. They're a mother-daughter team from 180 Wines. Thank you so much for joining me, ladies.
Thanks for having us.
I first met Taylor and was introduced to 180 Wines at the Food and Drink Fest in Toronto. There was an area that was exclusively to discover Ontario wines. And Taylor was super enthusiastic, telling me about her family story. They're a brand new winery, and the wine was fantastic. So that's how we met. And I came to select the wines for Wine Club. And they have just such an interesting, different story than some of the winemakers we've featured already this year, who are second and third generation winemakers. So I thought it would be nice to do an interview so we could share a little bit more about that background as well. So we have Taylor and Martzia joining us, and they're going to share a little bit about the 180 story. So ladies, can you tell me a little bit about how your brand new winery came to be?
Yeah, it was really totally a COVID decision. We as a family were struggling like anybody else. And I had been in the corporate industry for 30 years and just wanted to pursue something different. I needed to get out of the city, and we've always been adventurers. We always love to travel and try new things. And we just decided, let's go out and see what there was. And my husband found this winery. It's not that we were even thinking about owning a winery. That's the crazy part. But he brought it to us, and I remember him sending it to us in a family chat saying, how about a winery? And we all kind of went, what? And like, wow. But within a week, we put an offer down because we could see what a great opportunity it was for our family. And I am truly blessed that both my girls decided to come with us. And it truly is a full family affair.
Wow. So would you say your husband was the driving force in choosing your industry, your new industry of choice?
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? My husband always has to stay busy. He loves, working around the house and all that. So to him, he knew that at one point when he retired, he wanted to have a piece of land that he could work on and all that. So now he's got a farm.
Yeah.
He's got all the farm toys. And I think his happiest is when he's on his tractor cutting the grass on the 12-acre property.
Wow.
But it's just, for me, my background has always been in customer service. And as a family, we've always loved entertaining. And so now we're just doing all that on a whole different level. And it's been wonderful.
That's amazing. Who's the biggest wine lover in your family?
Probably a tie.
Yeah, totally a tie. Yeah, that's one thing. We've always been passionate about wines. I am Italian, so I spent a lot of time on my uncle's farm in Italy as a kid, and he had vineyards and olive groves, and so I always had this fascination and with farming. And my happy place is just being here. It's not being anywhere near the city.
Wow. So that's like a full circle journey for you then. You're back in the wine fields.
Yeah, exactly.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So there's 4 of you. How are you all involved with the winery? So I know you said your husband, he likes to putter and to do the outside work and get more involved with the farming. So who's running the front of the house, and tell me about your winemaker?
So I'm the managing director. Mm-hmm. Taylor does all our sales, marketing, and social media. And my youngest daughter, Sarah, is retail manager. So we all have our roles, wine club and everything. We were very fortunate that when we took over the winery, we kept the viticulturalist and the winemaker. And he's fabulous. Our winemaker is Ramsey Kerala, and he's been doing this for many, many years all over the world. He has international experience, and it was, it's amazing how much passion he has for his craft. I call him my crazy scientist. My favorite part of my job is going to the cellar, and he's like, "You want to try some wine?" I'm like, "Yeah." starts mixing up different things, and the new wines that we've been introducing have been fabulous.
That's incredible. So it sounds like all you're really missing there is your own reality show.
We thought about it.
Oh my gosh.
Sounds like a TLC show in the making.
For sure.
And so can you tell me about the name 180?
Sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, 180 really plays on our story, leaving the city behind, leaving corporate life behind. We pulled a complete 180, moving out here into the country, something totally new for us, new industry. Like my mom previously said, our family's all about taking risks, taking the path less traveled, taking the adventure. So 180 seemed like it fit perfectly for us.
Yeah, that's amazing. I think anyone who I've shared your story with and told them the origin of the name has really liked that as well. So how are you adjusting to the culture shock of the small town, the kind of relaxed vibe of Jordan compared to the city?
It's different. It's quiet, but it's really grown on us. It's beautiful out here. Still getting used to the smell of manure in the morning. But like we don't hear the highway anymore or airplanes.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a lot quieter.
Yeah, and people are absolutely fantastic. There's such a community feel here.
Yes,
and one of my best experiences has been being introduced to all the other winery owners and wine makers. We are such a niche market, such a close community, and everyone collaborates. And having been in a corporate environment for 30 years, you don't talk to your competitors. You certainly don't share any information. And so it's been such an amazing experience to sit down with some of the top wineries in the Niagara Benchlands, even in Niagara on the Lake, and they're like, "How can we help you? Do you have any questions? You should talk to so and so." It's been truly an amazing experience for me.
Wow. And there's a lot to be said for a few things there. First of all, the power of the Ontario wine community is very strong. People know what kind of special land we have here and the craft and art and hard work that goes into the wine. And I've heard not only from you, but from other small winemakers that definitely the bigger wineries are open to share knowledge, and all the small craft wineries really work well together. And there's definitely a collaborative spirit, which is amazing. Another thing I just think is so great is this is an amazing success story and inspirational story of a family who wanted to change. We were facing a world pandemic, and nobody really knew where all the chips were going to fall when everything was said and done, but they weren't afraid to try something new, take a big leap into the unknown, literally pull a 180 with their lives as a family and take on an entire new challenge during very difficult and very unknown, challenging times. So that is incredible. You've been open now. You're actually not even having your official grand opening until this July 2nd. And you're already hitting the ground running. I know, Taylor, you've been out doing so many shows. You have your winery for tasting. I know you're really active on social media to see, knowing your story and the fast 180 and how quickly you've adapted and come along is amazing. And it's such an awesome success story in general of what people can do and how it's never too late to try something different and experience something new or do something that you wanted to try for a long time. The wine club was starting during the pandemic as well. So this just makes such a great fit. And wow, just another example of awesome people doing awesome things. And we love anything that has to do with wine. So that's incredible.
Of course. Thank you.
What have been some of the challenges that you faced, like with the pandemic, the new industry, and just the challenges of being a smaller winery?
The pandemic certainly was huge, huge challenges. I mean, when we opened or when we took possession, we were in lockdown, so we couldn't actually even welcome guests in for probably it was like 45 to 60 days later. And then, dealing with all the protocols. So business was very slow to start. A lot of, and Taylor has done a phenomenal job with our social media, revamping everything. So, getting the story out and getting our wine club going and all that has been, critical in us getting out there. But this summer is proving a little differently, thank goodness. We're starting to see more Americans cross the border, a lot more people traveling in from the city. And so this year, I think will be a lot different. There's also going to be the Canada Games or the Summer Games in St. Catharines in August. So we're looking forward to seeing a lot more people this summer. But the challenges of being a small winery, and this is, you mentioned we did a lot of shows. We did a lot of trade shows between April, May, just to get the new brand out there. And, people we're getting a lot of great positive feedback about the wines. And then the question always comes, are you in the LCBO? And unfortunately, we're not. And we may never get there, actually, because we are a boutique winery. We only produce 2,500 cases a year. And really, the driving force behind that is small batch, handcrafted wines. When you try our wines, you're going to taste something that, a winemaker has spent a lot of time, a lot of passion creating, as opposed to, large production, large steel tanks. We've got barrels in the cellar, and that's I think what's really important in getting our message out there is that we're not in the LCBO. We can't. It's not a viable business model for us. You really do need to be a mass producer in order to make it in the LCBO. So we're a full service winery. Come on down, enjoy what we have to offer, order things online, order through the wine club. But there truly is something really great in that bottle for everybody to try.
And that's what we love about this wine club too. Over the 15, 16 months our club has been together, we've realized through talking to people like yourself and other winemakers that the best hidden gems in Ontario are not found in the LCBO because they're made in such a small quantity. They're made through emotional winemaking. They're made through constant testing and adjusting and care of individual people. And so we definitely understand the challenges with trying to maintain the integrity of the wine and also keep a viable business going. So we love hearing about companies that are putting their product first and are truly passionate about what they do. And we're happy to support wineries like that. Are you hoping to expand into restaurants as well?
Yeah, we've definitely started. Since rebranding in January, we've gone out to the local restaurants. We have quite a few, and we've gotten a lot of great feedback, actually. We have some top sellers right now. Our Gamay Noir, actually, that your wine club will be trying, is top seller in most of the restaurants. And we're really trying to expand into that Toronto and more GTA market. So that'll be soon.
Yeah, that's awesome. There's so much to take on at once. It just feels like you just want to conquer it all in one day.
We're all wearing so many different hats. It's a lot.
Yeah, and what needs to be done. You just want to just get it all done at once. So what can people look forward to when they come and visit you at 180? And you're located in Jordan.
Yeah.
And what is an experience like at 180?
We're all about the customer experience. We treat everybody who walks through the door like family. We want you to have a great time, experience some wines, try some great food paired with it. And we have a really beautiful patio that's actually looking out to our vines. So you can sit right in the vines, like experience the vineyard, see the vines growing. And we're always around to ask questions. We love talking about our story, about the winemaking process. All of our staff are educated in what wines you're trying. So definitely
that's
want to
amazing.
do it.
Yeah.
Are you hoping to host events in the future?
We are. So we do all kinds of events, weddings, rehearsal dinners, birthdays, retirements. We also have last Wednesday of every month, we have locals night. So that's our way to give back to the community.
Oh, nice.
We invite everyone in the area.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, we have local entertainment. We have reduced prices on our wines and our food. We just want people to come out and have a great time and tell their friends.
Yeah, that's an amazing idea. That's the first I've heard, the locals night. It's a really creative idea.
Yeah.
And can you tell me a little bit about sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, for people driving in from the city, every Sunday, we actually have live local entertainment right through to the end of September.
Oh, wow. Wow. Really nice. That's amazing. And you have your grand opening on July 2nd. Can you tell me a little bit about what you've planned for that?
Yeah, so July 2nd will be our official grand opening as 180. We'll actually have a food truck. We'll have a live band. Forlorn Hope will be here. They're from the local Niagara area, and we'll be sampling some wines, lots of food. We're going to do some giveaways as well. So really want to invite everybody to come out and experience what we have to offer. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. It's amazing to hear that you're having your grand opening. I'm so happy we were able to connect early on so we can be among the first licensees to support you in your new journey. You all seem so enthusiastic about it, and you're producing some amazing wine. I am thrilled with the selections, the Gamay Noir, the Pinot Noir, and the Sparkling Gamay Rosé that we're offering to Wine Club. Yeah, and I applaud all four of you for taking a chance, pulling your 180 and being successful. We certainly can't wait to try the wines. We wish you so much success, and I hope that our members will follow you and visit when they're in Niagara, and continue to purchase from you as well. Before we wrap up, what can we look forward to in the future of 180?
We got a lot of exciting things coming up. We're working on some really new and exciting wines. So I'll give your members a little hint. We're doing some sparkling ice wine coming in. We're also kind of playing around with aging in bourbon barrels. So you'll expect to see a lot of unique wines, some really interesting stuff coming out.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So your main wines you're making right now are Gamay, Pinot Grigio, and are there other varietals you're growing right now on your property?
Oh yeah. So we also have Riesling bottled, and that's been a huge seller now that summer's coming around. Yeah. Cab Merlot, and we have an Appassimento that has been bottled for wine enthusiasts, with the intention of it being available to people who are really serious about wines. So what we're trying to do with our lineup is we have a core specialty and reserve lineup. So there's something for everyone.
Incredible. So we're going to I will definitely make an offer to Wine Club members to try the premium wine as well. So you can watch out for that. Ladies, thank you so much. This is an inspirational story. This is an incredible winery story. I'm so glad that Taylor, we were able to meet in person. And I thank you so much for taking the time to do the interview. You have our support, and we are just super excited to have a glass of your wine and to just share the story with the rest of the members. So I appreciate that so much, ladies, and wishing you lots of success and an incredible grand opening.
Thank you so much, Jada. Your support means everything to us. Truly appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, ladies. And just really, really nice to talk. Thank you.
Sure.